See if you can make me co-host. I know, isn't that cool? All right. Okay, I need to do this again. I have to hold it really close to my face too. All right, welcome guys. So that was my wife Julia here. But and I used to see you from distance last year in Zoom. So this is your first time you met. I thought I would change it up a little in terms of, because you guys get a lot about talks about this is, you know, the kind of research I do. If you want to do this kind of work, this is what you got to do. And I thought I would give it more kind of a life skill kind of session today, right? And we're going to do it across the two domains. One is going to be work, a little bit about succeeding in work, real short thing, and the other thing is going to be something that I feel like we kind of throw you guys into the fire, and that's relationships. Especially when you come here as a freshman or a sophomore, you're just trying to navigate the interpersonal relationship, specifically with the significant other, and how to figure that out. And so I feel like we should have this kind of seminar straight up for our freshmen, because there's so much to know, and you learn the hard way, basically. And so we'll give you some insight from our life experience. Okay, cool. So first of all, career, all right? So I always tell anybody that I talk to, you just kind of put your head down and stay below the radar, okay? And get your work done, you know, and you know, you're gonna have to work really, really, really hard. Okay, so you just have to kind of own up to that. Become super valuable to whoever you're working for with. You know, be steady, be dependable. You know, when Marie Hickey approaches me, I never say no. I say, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. I do sometimes say, I have some limitations, but I always say, now I gotta go back here. That's okay, I got it. Okay, so, all right, so I would say to succeed, and I don't know how you feel doing it, but I think this is pretty, you know, I talk to my friends a lot. I was talking to my friends surfing the other day. A solid 10 years of your life is going to absolutely suck. Okay? It's going to be madness. College was easy. College is easy. You think about college and you know, you're responsible for Monday and Wednesday from 11 to 3. And then, you know, you're pretty much on your own. You're unaccountable, you know. You got to study, but you don't have to be performing at the workplace. And it's a whole different game when you actually have to start working. So yeah, so it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. Okay. All right. Next slide. Maybe this is this thing over here. Because there's no camera filming, right? Yeah, okay, that's what I'll do. Okay. Okay. With that being said, okay, I've always been a renegade a bit. What do you think? That's what
I like about you.
See, all right. This is all part of the relationship part of it. And so I always was true to myself, okay? And so I didn't fit the mold. I really didn't fit the mold. You know, God bless these people in this building. They work 7 days a week, and that's their view of success, right? That's what they want to do with their life. But early on in my graduate career and then postdoc, one Tom Carew, this kind of rings. He was holding court. This guy was a full professor at Yale, kind of a big deal in neuroscience. And so every summer I would go Woods Hall, and train students how to do neuroscience research when I was getting my PhD. And he was saying, you know, if you want to be successful, you want to be a true scientist, you need to work 7 days. I got in his place. You know, gratitude. I said, you know what? Like I said, that's what you want to do with you. That's fine, but don't project that shit on me. Sorry for the F word. But I was like, you know what? That's not me. And there are a lot of different ways to be successful. So that was kind of a take home message. That you got to be true to yourself, and you can do it all. Now, did I become the editor in charge of major journals like Science and Nature? No, I didn't. I chose to have a full life in a lot of other ways. Did I succeed? I did. I got my grants, I got tenure. As you guys know, taking my class, I threw myself into teaching, and that was really rewarding. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, there we go. So this shows you how your career can be kind of secure. All right. So what I'm going to do. No, I can do it, but I'm not sure. There we go. All right. So this can be more mobile. Nice. All right. So you can say it, but you can. So this is not my life course. This is Julie's life. No.
I'll stand up. So,
hello. John and I have different life courses. He got his PhD at UT. He did his postdoc at UCLA. He came to USC, and he's been at USC ever since. So, when he put his head down and he did his 10 years of hard work and earned his stripes, he stayed in one place and found his spot. That's one way to be. My life was a little bit different because I started out at Rice. I was a biology major. I thought I wanted to be a researcher. I worked at the University of Texas Health Science Center right across the street. So I did molecular biology and biochemistry.
That was where we met.
And that was how we met. We used to call it Club Med because we were all single and young. And then I graduated. I still thought I wanted to be a scientist and a researcher. I worked at UCLA, did cancer research, worked in the Department of Medicine at UCLA Medical School. And then after a couple of years, we were married, and I was thinking, what am I going to do next? I knew I wanted to go back to school and get more education. And I ended up going to law school. So total left turn, went from being a scientist to what can I do with my skills and what do I like to do? What am I good at? So I took LSAT and I took the GMAT, and I did better on the LSAT. And thank God I didn't go to business school. I would have been terrible in MBA. We would have been miserable. That's not my thing.
You did better on the outside. It was 20 questions. How many questions did you get wrong?
I got one wrong. That was a sign from God. God said you should go to law school. So I was lucky enough to go to USC, amazing law school, super happy place. Got a job at a big giant law firm in downtown LA. Started doing real estate, environmental. Decided to go in-house because I had my first child and wanted a better lifestyle. Went in-house, managed a legal department, and then got promoted. Started working crazy hours again. Wanted a better lifestyle. Decided to become a teacher. So I really had 3 careers. I had the science career, I've had the law career, and now I have the teaching career. So every 10 years I changed. Wow. So you can make changes. There's not a linear path that everyone has to take. So if you ever find that you're doing something visible, or if you just are doing something you think something else might be better, don't be afraid to take a left turn.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So then there was I stole that slide from her. So I went to UC Irvine undergraduate. I went to San Diego State for a year. I was miserable. I was lost. I didn't know what was going on. I went to University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine for my first year of grad school for all the freaking wrong reasons. But it just happened. I was chasing an old girlfriend. But she was there was a whole story of abuse and weirdness that I'm not even going to go into. and it unleashed itself, and then my boss said, I'm moving to Texas. And for that, which was awesome. And I was there about a year, maybe, before you started working in my department. I was 26 and a half, and she had just turned 25 a week before. It was perfect. It was perfect. I went to UCLA, and then I came here. I'm going to talk a little bit later about relationships and how it's give and take, and the pendulum swings back and forth. So the reason, that Julie got her job at UCLA was it was my time in terms of career. And so I got my PhD, got my postdoc. I asked her to move out with me. We've been seeing each other for about 2 years, maybe 2 years. I said, I want you to move to California. She came out and found a job, knowing that we got to focus on you getting that postdoc that will then achieve the faculty position, which is kind of like. And then the pendulum swings the other way, and she became part of it, which is kind of like that. All right, so that's kind of the backstory on that. Okay. All righty. So, we are the people of the second. Both career and relationship. Okay. When I go back here, okay, I had like a 2.9 GPA at UCI. And that was after doing the 5-year plan, right? Supposedly, because I was just immature. Now, it's a lot harder for you guys now than it was for us. You have to really keep your pedal to the down. San Diego State was just like me going down there and hanging out with my friends in San Diego. I was lost, and then I kind of backed into graduate school without a plan. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to become a neuroscientist. It was all for all the wrong reasons. But I then came down here and I put my foot down on the pedal, and all of a sudden I became really good at what I was doing. I got a great postdoc, and that then blossomed into this career. But it was really a second chance. Career-wise. When you look at Julia, okay, same drill, okay. So she went to college. She was 16 years old, right? And for a lot of reasons, got derailed and got a shitty GPA. All right, kind of equivalent to my 2.8, maybe I don't know. But she was working full time. It was hard. It was so hard. Lots of reasons. Got counseled kind of the wrong way direction as an undergraduate. She had a shitty boyfriend as well. That really derailed everything for her. But then got that second chance. And really did unbelievably, kind of state-of-the-art research. Really, like I said, her work was probably groundbreaking work that led to growth factors used for cancer patients, Neupogen, CSF. We can learn all about CSF and the stuff she did next week. Okay, or Wednesday. Like I said, she went to SC Law School. Had all the ability in the world, was just, life circumstances can get in the way. But got almost a perfect score in the LSAT. One question wrong. She graduated 250 students in her class, and you had the third highest GPA. Right? So, went on to, one of the biggest law firm in California. That's kudos. That's like going to Harvard. So second chance. Huh? That's what I'm talking about. And then even this was a new chance to be alive. This was too. This was different. This was really not reasonable with having children. That law firm thing. And you guys, women, are going to have to make those tough choices. So it wasn't a big deal for me. Because I'm just good time Charlie with the kids, But when it comes to all the hard work, it's all Here, they're yours. You know, and so she had career compromises, you know, because of, look, she had to say, I can't do this, I can't do this. Because it's too hard with kids. All right, so those are second chances. All right, so this was early time. Okay? This was 2 months. 2 months after we met. 3 months. Maybe 3 months. And so that's not important by Erica. And so this was our second chance. Okay? Because, like I said, I'm trying to remember what I have next here. Because we had both had, and I still this is a lie, so I'm glad you came. We suffered through abysmally abusive husbands. And in my heart, it felt really awful. In your heart, right? A couple words in your mouth. It felt very awful. All right. So you know things are wrong, you know, and yet you just kind of accept it and you put one foot in front of the other, and you know, 6 months go by, you know, a year goes by, and you just sit there and the abuse just kind of bounces off. It kind of eats at your form. Okay? And so the bottom line is there are a lot of red flags throughout both of ours the entire time. And you know, my advice is, if it doesn't feel right, you embrace that core feeling that, hey, this doesn't feel right. You know, I don't deserve this. You know, and move on, because there are so many. You know, if we hadn't done that, then we hadn't. So there are second chances for sure. You know, third chances. You know, there's opportunities to meet somebody. When we met each other, the other people that we had to deal with hurdles in life on the way there were not fun people to be around. You know, I didn't want to be around the person that I was with. She just liked the person she was with. You know, and then you're just kind of like, next you know, one foot in front of the other. And then when we met, it was like, oh. So this is how it can be. Okay. All right. So this kind of was what we had done. Right? So to recognize this is human nature. So settling for crumbs doesn't keep you fed, it keeps you starving. Okay. So we settled. You know? My situation was the person we dated, we broke up with dating, we broke up, red flags, all of it, you know. He was sleeping with a boss, all that kind of stuff. I guess that's TMI. But no, that was the, you know, and unbeknownst to me, it had been going on a long time. So then when I found out, then all that. You know? But in the process, I was gaslighting that I was never going to make anything out of myself. That I was gaslighting that I wasn't true to be in the class, and that I needed to go and work harder and harder. And it was just a smoke. And same with you. You were told that you were not pretty. You were told that you were not smart. They just corner you into this kind of feeling of insecurity and self-doubt, you know, and you just, you know, recognize it. And once you are liberated from it, then, you know, there's all kinds of opportunities. You know?
And people in college are vulnerable to this sort of issue because, you know, you don't necessarily have a lot of life experience. And so bad things can happen to you because you don't have self-confidence. Say, hey, I deserve better. I deserve to be treated well and respectful. And so you should always demand that people treat you with respect.
And the lack of experience, you know, it was my freshman girlfriend. I just thought, this is how things go. This is how everybody does it. And the same with you, right? This is standard, right? And but in your core, you're like, it's eating me up. It's eating me up. You know? So believe in yourself. Don't settle. Awesome. Okay. So And then this happens, okay? When you move on, like I said, we had the opportunity to meet each other at a perfect time. We both said, oh, we're not gonna do it. We just want to have fun. But the second we met each other, I think now we spent every moment. And it's still to this day, 39 years later, we spend every moment together. Because we're best friends. And that's what we want. Cool. This is just like a chance for me to show really cool pictures of Julie. All right. So this, when you have a relationship with a significant other, okay, you enter the love bubble. All right. And everybody does it, and that's that period of infatuation. They can last for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, and then you got to find out if that is truly that person being big time of your life, and you are. And that's just a connection. I mean, for us, obviously we were attracted to each other, but it was also this, the ease of communication. Oh, no matter what subject it mattered, she was smarter than I was. But and it's today I rely on her for, what is that about? Our financial plan, so many things that she's building out, and that was a big part that was missing with this. It's cliche, but really we connected at that level of intellectual. Okay. All right. So once the love bubble's over, then what are you gonna do? Move into the love nest. All right, guys. So there's a good chance you're gonna shack up with somebody. You're gonna get your first apartment with that person. All right. And so this is the test. All right. The love bubble is easy because you have your friends and you have your own apartment, but obviously we're pretty much living with each other anyways. It's her apartment, my apartment, blah blah blah. And then I said I want you to come out to LA. So we moved from Houston. We got our first apartment together, and then now you have this kind of shared goal. We got to pay the bills together, right? We got to pay rent. We got to pay electricity. We have to plan together. All right. This is not individual. Now it's a team. And then this is, if you don't feel this team thing, it's red flag. Okay. It is. And a big part of our success in being a team is the fact that, and this is our love nest, right? All right. That was our first apartment, right? We got these crappy furniture like everybody has, plants that are crappy, That blanket we got a quarter of American. Like I said, we've been eating for 3 months. I had to go in Mexico. So everybody has one of those. So. All right. Okay, so you're 22? Yeah, and I'm 29. All right, cool. And then this happens. All right. So once that test works out, right? So this worked out, the shacking up worked out, the shared responsibility. Then you say, okay, we're going to take it to the next level. Okay. And this is our honeymoon. I'm just showing some travel pictures, but it's really cool. And then you get, when it works out and you're best friends, then you get to do it over and over and over again. So that was going back to the same place. All right, cool. All right. Now, so there has to be balance in your relationship for it to work. There has to be balance. Okay? Kind of is equal give and take. There are times when I'm needy, she gives to me, and then there are times when she needs a lot. My turn. And this is back and forth. Narcissist depends on stuck up here. Okay, just take all the time. Don't even recognize your individual needs. Okay? All right, cool. So this is this concept of this pendulum, and there's not only in terms of your individual needs, but just things like career. Okay. So again, this was like I was saying, UCLA days. Okay. So this is when the pendulum was peaking towards me. So she was just like holding out, waiting for her career to go because mine was the priority. You may find simultaneous priorities, okay, when you're going through it. And then you're going to have to actually sit down and dialogue about this. And that's kind of key. Okay, so the pendulum swung back her way. Okay, so this was at UCLA. I got my job at USC. So this is me as an assistant professor. She went to USC Law School. This is 93. So I got my job here in 90. And so that's a picture of on. And now her life was taking a priority. And I was having to accommodate that. Okay. All right. Cool. All right, back and forth. All right, you've got married. So you had a love, you did a love nest. You got married, and then you had your first child. Everybody gets it out. Okay? Everybody gets it out. Because you know what? When we worked it out, we could pay the bills together. Okay? We were making life work together financially. Let's see if we can raise an offspring together. So this is your test drive of dog. Because a dog is a lot of responsibility, a lot. You know, it's all cute and everything. That's Buddy, our first child. And we, like I said, we shared everything. We shared Buddy. Julie, I was a surfer. Julie learned how to boogie board, so we squad do that together, which is really cool. Being able to, have these life experiences together, where it's not separate, but together, is what makes things work. It really does. So, the boys, yeah, let's go out. And, I would say, okay, can I bring Julie? Because it was so much better for me if she was on too. If she wasn't invited, then I really didn't want to go. And that's what too much of that boy shit can be tough. And same thing, all the girls night out. I mean, it's okay occasionally, but making too much of a habit is tough. All right. So, Julie got her law job. I'm going to get tenure. It was a tough time. We have succeeded, and you like this. We succeeded in life by being as transparent as we can. Right now, for example, do you read all my texts?
Yeah.
All my texts, how about my emails?
That's too
She spends all my it's not just look at everything. It relieves me of having to deal with it.
He tells me to do it. It's not like I do
It's
something.
like, can you go check my email?
Yeah. He's like, hey, is anybody looking for me?
What about my phone? Can you see it? I think I heard somebody. I just heard text. You don't see who's texting. So, we don't have separate finances. We've never had separate finances. Ever. Okay. There's no secret pots of money. There's no secret life. Right? We do everything together. Then there's no drama. Then it's just so much easier. So much easier. That way I can fully depend on her. And because if you're in a relationship where there's like uncertainty, what's that doing? Where are they? It's like there's a new phenomenon too. She can track my iPhone.
Yeah, I asked for permission.
And I said, here, sure. Why not? Well, we have it for our older president, Peapod. We have this device where she can follow the key around. And when you lose the key.
I will say this, I asked my son, his apartment, if I could have his location on my phone, and he said, no. And I said, okay, well, you can't blame me for trying. No, we're not doing that.
That's our stuff. Junior. Now, a big part of transparency is also communication. Being honest with your feelings. Okay? And you know, we had a tough time when we were both working our asses off because we were so nauseatingly close our whole life. So when we worked at UT, we went to work together every day. We'd see each other at lunch and coffee break during the day. When we were working together, we'd walk home. We pretty much lived together. We got to LA. We were in our apartment. We both worked at East LA, so we go to work together every day. We had lunch together every day at East LA. And then we drove home and lived together. We were just that time. And then when I came over here, she went to USC Law School. So she lived in my lab studying. Again, we come in together. So those 3 years and all our time together. Awesome. And then you join the law firm. Believe me, being a lawyer for a big firm is not hard. 15-hour days, 6, 7 days a week. Again, this is that 10 years part of your life that is like. And I was lonely. I was, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know it was my time. I was jealous of her time. I wanted to come home. I didn't express that. And what about you? What, I'm putting you on spot. What did you not communicate about? Fire.
But it was during a really bad recession when the job market was really bad. So a lot of people that I worked with were getting fired and laid off. And so I was at work just thinking, I got to keep my head down, work really hard and make sure I don't lose my job so that we can pay our mortgage and our student loans. And I probably didn't communicate that. Like, hey, this is what I need to do right now to make sure I don't get fired.
It was tough, but we got to it.
Plus, times change, pendulum swing. That's what happened.
Okay. And so concerned, buddy.
He looks very worried.
Because guess what? Buddy, I was number one forever. Number one. Then Buddy came in. Kind of ratchet. And then here's Matt, right here, our oldest son. Then Buddy, then me. So Buddy's like, whoa, what's going on here? So this was hard. Again, I'm looking at the 4 women today that are here and others that are watching. This is a hard time for the women. As you're trying to keep the ball rolling with your career, and ungodly things are happening to your body. Life was never the same. Am I right? Never the same.
No, it didn't feel like
There you go.
Oh my God. Okay. Pendulum swings. Okay.
Then, so remember she went to military with autism. So she said, I can't do 15-hour days. I have a child. So then she went on all these job interviews and got the job with autism. Pedigree was so good. Next thing you know, she was kind of working on there. And then that happened again. Okay. See how hard it is to be a mom. Going to work. Your son saying, don't go to work, don't. It's hurt. It's ripping you apart on the inside, You get her face. Not easy, not easy.
You can appreciate what your mom went through. Okay. So there, that's Dave right there. Okay.
I was happy to look that beautiful. Happy the day before, which is pretty amazing.
right. And
At that point, the wheels started to come off the purpose. We didn't know what was going on, but she went back to work and she started getting sick a lot. And it was a really difficult time because you don't know. She had a series of changes in her immune function, autoimmune diseases that happened with pregnancy. So she got Hashimoto's disease and she got Sjogren's disease. Sjogren's was hard because people got the nerve and and
And let's see here. Where were we? About here. All right. So this is about how old Dave was right there. And that, so this is kind of the hill behind our back. And then we had a come to Jesus lunch. What's that about?
This is actually a hard story. We had a nanny who was physically abusive to our children and actually left them home alone at one point. And
The oldest had
I got a bruise on him one day. He took him back and happened to, he didn't want to tell me the story, but he finally told me what happened. And she had done what the abusers do. And she told me, swore him to secrecy and told him all these bad things would happen.
This is kind of psychological.
So we got rid of the nanny and I stayed home with the kids for a
Yeah,
while.
so I mean, she was at the time. That would be 18. Yeah, she was making a lot. Making a lot. 18 years ago, making 100. And so I remember that quit. And that was a tough nut to swallow.
Yeah.
Her whole life is extended to this huge career. And she was sick. We know that. She was also starting to show signs of leukemia. So the wheels did come off the bus a little bit, and we changed it. So the pendulum swing, driving really old cars. Got rid of the cleaning people in the house. Got rid of the pool guy. I became the pool guy. We became the cleaning people. You just have to adapt. Okay. All right. So this is kind of a life course study here. The pendulum swings again, but by being home now, because it was really hard. And you're managing council for a corporation of 11,000 people, 10,000 people, whatever it was. It was hard to be there for those school events, But by coming home, then she was home with the kids during this critical period of development. But people had beat off me, so the pendulum swung back to me to focus in on my career again. So there were times when I took the problem like that. But we had to. But anyways, so this is her having fun. The elementary school, our house, the kids would walk down the dirt trail, which is really cool, out of our the hillside of our house to the elementary school. She became a huge, when you are as driven as she is and was, the career, she wasn't going to sit around and do nothing. So she became head of the booster club. She raised money, so that's the Julia Walsh garden that she raised the money for. Got a whole new computer lab for the elementary school. I think we raised $100,000 or something like that. So. Like I said, you can't not be like her and not keep yourself up. So you gotta be true to yourself, you gotta be happy. Okay. All right. So in the end, I'm not the editor-in-chief, I'm not the dean. Okay. But this is the path. Okay. Everybody has the path that I chose to kind of have fun and be around for my kids, have fun, still work hard, still do my thing, but I am a pleasure seeker. So a part of it was instead of being here writing graphs, I was soccer coach for 4 years. So these are life choices. So you guys play soccer? Somebody had to be coach. And yes, that's Dave right there. Number 2. All right, which was cool. It was a lot of fun. And then, as you get older, life changes. This is a picture I took during the pandemic. So I couldn't go into the bigger movies. We used to watch Netflix and stuff like that. But I made it, again, that career life choice. I had a research lab 25 years. I had to let it go.
because I just didn't have the time to do it. But she got sick of leukemia. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go to every doctor visit, everything, everything. And I'm not gonna be away at international meetings. Because to me, that was not a priority. My priority was to be doing this kind of
And she did the same for me. All right.
So, and this is, you see that beautiful total knee replacement? Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was a tough go. And I couldn't have done it without her. This isn't that whole 6 months. Well, part of the vows, right? Being there. And then, these are relationship life choices you have to make. And then the other life choice has been to, be together, in support of kids and their endeavors. And that's what your parents are doing. They're supporting your endeavors. You being successful. And that's it. Right. So very cool. Hope that gave you some insight into life, a little bit about life. It's not the typical be a scientist, Scientology career kind of thing. Not that we haven't figured out, right? Right. Everybody has their own mind. But one thing that was different for us, and a lot of people think we were both really old. So we're both first generation college students. I grew up in the East Side of LA, she grew up in Portland, more middle class, but we made our way through college, lots of student loans, worked while I was going to school. And then when it came to the love nest and then our first house purchase, it was all on us. It was all on us. We had to save up our money. We had to get our careers in order, And so we were together 4.5 years, and we got married. And then we waited another 8 years to have our first child. And it was more financial reality and getting our careers in order. So everybody's got their own path. That was our path. But it also meant that we have 12 years of just going crazy. Without kids around. Now I'm, going on 66, and I have a 20-year-old and 5 years. So some people have this kids early on, and so they're freed up. It's it meant that we went to we spent quite a year. Did it like 6 years in a row. We went to Fiji together. We went to Ireland and England and France and Italy and all that stuff with our kids. And then once we had kids, freaking over. Right? But possibly we're going to Costa Rica this summer. That would be cool. Anyways, that's kind of everybody, I'm sure your parents had a completely different plan children. That was ours was very kind of calculated, for sure. Yeah. Anything else? Okay. Cool. All right, guys.
Yay, that's so interesting. I never knew.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you? I never know to call you Professor Walsh because it's both all Walshes. How did you know that you wanted to go to law school and take law?
Oh, it's actually a funny story. Well, a weird story. We had a patient sue the group that I worked with at UCLA.
So she was in hematology oncology.
So he had a type of leukemia, and a lot of times when you have leukemia, you still get sick. So they took his spleen out and they used the spleen to make a cell line, and then they used that cell line to start purifying these growth factors that were enriched. So it was, you could see, this patient could see that 2 months from now, they made the cell line, they developed these potential drugs, there's money involved. So he wanted the money. He said, you took my spleen, I want the money. And my perspective when I was working in the lab is you're swinging the face of the hamburger meat. It was the scientists that had so much ability and hard work to take the spleen and then take it all the way into a drug product. So that lawsuit made me kind of think about the intersection between science and other disciplines. And so then I said, well, I'll keep you also want to do, and I like to read.
And that's the level of research. That's research. Too.
Yeah.
Being a lawyer is doing tons of research, not pipetting, but it's,
Yeah, so the skills are actually
Reading,
pretty
background,
similar, like
reading.
analytical thinking and being able to read and to be detail oriented and stuff like that. So
And then
skills
create,
are pretty
and create an argument, which
Yeah.
is what you do in science,
So-
that then it convinces whoever's listening that, oh, this.
Yeah, and then once you have a law degree, you can do almost anything. Because really law school just teaches you how to think. And then you can apply that in business, you can apply that in education or, anything.
So she took, when we did the Come to Jesus Lodge, and we realized she's got leukemia, and then, that was a chunk of time taken off, and then she came back, because we had kind of a, we're like, it wouldn't hurt. And so Ray Hanke enabled, she wanted to have an attorney presence and so the teacher process. And she's like a center pedigree, when you take her HR class, with that. It's a world of life, it's real life. When we were running, the company, doing HR investigations on bad people who did sexual harassment, stuff like that. Mhm.
I don't know, some of you also have questions. Your love is so beautiful. Because last time when I showed like YouTube's video to my husband, it meant like, oh my God. Like he was really fresh. And then like I started posting a lot of like our pictures because of you guys.